Hi, I'm Jason Sterling. I'm a member of the EA Creator Network. As such, some of the packs shown in this following stream and the stream coming up were provided free of charge by the EA Creator Network. Now, with our disclaimer out of the way, let's get started here. Let me make sure that I am, in fact, live. Hopefully, I was. Like always, I'll say that hopefully I was live as I said that, so I didn't waste my breath, right? We're working on the Axiom Penthouse today. And we are live. The Axiom Penthouse is for the 20 by 15 lot that we have coming up in the I don't know how to pronounce the new world name. I need to look it up and kind of really practice pronouncing it. You know, it begins with an E. It's kind of like, is it kind of like enamorous and enamorata or something like that? And so there's a penthouse lot there. There's actually two. One of them is 20 by 15. That we know from the trailer. So I started pre-building a penthouse that can go on that lot for when the pack releases. And it's coming along pretty well. It's coming along pretty well. For such a small lot, we fit in a lot of things. We're going to have a great, up here, we have a master retreat. This is what we're going to finish working on today. Currently, we have kind of a sitting area, an office, bedroom. This will be a master closet. We also have a large bathroom. We're going to do the master closet. We're going to do some clutter in the master bathroom. Down here, you know, we had like some kids' rooms here, kids' play area, little kind of office for the teenager. Got a family room here on this level. Down here on the first floor, we're going to put in some more planters over in this corner and this corner to add some more real greenery on the interior. And we're going to work to some extent on the dining room. I'm not super in love with the dining room. So we're going to need to maybe do something there. I really don't know what. I'm kind of torn on it. And as we come up on that, we'll talk some more about kind of where I'm torn on it, kind of where I'm not real sure where I'm headed with it or what I want to do. I have a few ideas in my head. And real quick, just so I don't forget, I'm going to go ahead. I want to, because my thought is maybe to mirror this and turn it into some sort of like a china cabinet sort of thing, right? Someplace to put knickknacks and dishes in our somewhat formal dining room. It's not really a formal dining room because it's our only dining room, but it is a little bit formal in the way it's set up and in the way that it is separate from the kitchen. We only have a very small eating area here in the kitchen that would really just work for like a quick breakfast, or if you have kids. In this household, there's a toddler and a teenager, so it might be a place where the kids would eat real quick before leaving in the morning. And then the last thing, I guess that's it. We're going to just kind of tackle those things, and I'm pretty much be able to call this done. I have thought about tinkering with the pool area a little bit. I would love to make the pool a little bit bigger. We don't have a lot of pool space. It is a 20 by 15 lot. That's why we don't have a lot of pool space. But what I would like to do, you know, we've got kind of a lap pool right here. What I would like to do is turn this into something of a triangle here so that, you know, the triangle of the pool replicates and kind of repeats, you know, this angle and this angle and this angle and this angle, and ties into the whole build. Let me just rub my eye here real quick. There we go. Okay, so that's the idea with this particular penthouse. And like I said, then we can call it good. I had actually wanted to finish this yesterday. Yesterday was Monday the 1st. My intention originally had been to finish this at that time. But I promised a friend of mine some time ago that I would take him to Oklahoma City, up to a hospital up there for an outpatient procedure that he would need someone to drive him home from because they kind of put you under. And it was fine. I did not mind doing it. It did take literally all day. That's something I didn't anticipate. I didn't really think I was going to end up with an all-day adventure out of it. But I do think that it was, you know, it was fine. And I definitely owed him a favor or two. So I did that. And then by the time I got home, it was the first of the month. And I just had too many other things that I had to do in order, you know, to justify doing anything else. I really just didn't have the time to do anything else. So these are kind of neat. I have not really used these. I'm not even real sure how they do work, but I love the fact that you open and close them. I guess you do, right? And I love the coloring of it with this wood and this gold. They could work really well both in this closet and maybe downstairs with the dining room. That's another one that might work. I'm going to go with that, in fact. So otherwise, let's put together, though, a closet here, a true dream home decorator style closet. Put that. I don't know where I'm going to put that. I kind of want to use it in here. I guess we'll wait. Let's move it here. And then once I get this closet in place, I might see where I can fit it in, kind of somewhere. Okay, so what have I got going on here? Where is... I guess we'll use this. We'll use the square version of this. And we're going to lift it up off the floor a little bit because we're going to have a place under there for shoes. And in fact, I think we're going to separate this like that. And we'll put one on the other side. So we'll just have these sort of, we're just going to have kind of a mirror image closet, right? So we're going to replicate on both sides will look the same. And it's kind of a his and hers kind of work up here, but both sides will be the same. So let's work on this side here. We really don't need, I mean, this is good. This is all the Sims need. They need like one little thing to get clothes in and out of, and they're good. And basically they can do that with a mirror as well with nothing else. So let's, though, for realism's sake, I'm kind of going through here what I want to do. We'll put shoes under here. We could put a sort of dresser in the middle. Let me filter these items by Dream Home Decorator and make it easier on myself. Where is it? Dream Home Decorator. I've said this like a million times, like during like every single stream I say this. It's really an excellent pack. I mean, it really is. I love the object. If you're a builder or a decorator, it's an excellent pack. Even in gameplay, though, I mean, it was really a lot of fun being a decorator in game. I loved it. I had a lot of fun with it. So what can I say? I highly recommend it. I really, really do. Let's see if we can put this in here. Let's do 2 of those. I hope it's going to come in a color that in some way, shape, or form looks like what we've already got. It's not going to, is it? It's not going to. That was maybe a little bit of a unrealistic hope there. Let's look at that. That's okay. I mean, that's okay. I guess we'll go with that. We're either not going to use it and we'll just wait and use it downstairs, or we're going to just have to leave that color. My thought is we just use it downstairs. I don't really want the color to mismatch, and because it wouldn't mismatch in real life, you know, it would stay. You're going to have this custom closet, right? This is obviously a custom closet. This is not off the shelf. So whoever made it would make all of the different pieces out of the same stuff, right? That's the way I look at it. Let's put maybe this here, here, and here. Why is that off? There we go. There, now we've got kind of a great closet set up. This is, you know, it's pretty easy to do closets with Dream Home Decorator. We'll grab the storage stuff here. got these clothes, right? I actually want to use the clothes from Horse Ranch as well. So we'll grab these, hang them up there. And then we'll go ahead and grab some of these here and we'll hang them up here. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, where's our shoes? Let's pull together some shoes here. I'm going to put those there, and we could put more shoes in, but I think instead I'll just put in some decor type stuff. You know, something like these sort of boxes underneath. I think those are kind of cool to use. I could put those up here though too. Because yeah, you know what? I'm going to put those up here. I do like them, and I'm going to put them in place, a couple of them. But what I'm going to do is put a bench under here. I think the Sims will even be able to use it, you know. As I recall, if I put it far enough out, and then you're going to have that sort of idea of, again, it's just an idea. It's just an idea because it won't really work this way. But we're going to have kind of that idea that they can sit there and put their shoes on and off. What have we got? We've got this. This is, oh, that's way too big. Okay, I need something quite a bit smaller. What have we got that's small? We've got that kind of is smaller. It does fit under there. It's a little too rustic is what I don't like, but I think that might be our only small option. I think. As far as like a little bench goes, let me look here in actual. We've got this. Now, this is a great fallback. I've used this a lot because it is a single tile sort of bench looking thing, right? So, and it does match and it does look new. And this would work too, and maybe in a color or something. What else? Oh, this works really well. This would work. We've got plenty of options. Okay, so there's lots of stuff here that will work, but I do think what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this little rattan sort of ottoman here. Again, because it has a real 80s look. And I've mentioned this in other, I say again, because I've kind of mentioned this already in other streams. We're going for this sort of 80s style here, right? The sort of 80s idea. And so I'm trying to, as much as we can, as much as we have within the game to use, I'm trying to keep that theme going. And so far, I think it's been pretty successful so far. Move this over here. This is coming along pretty quickly. We're going to race right through this closet build here. With that. There we go. Okay. Grab our little bench over here for this other side. Hopefully the Sims will set on that. I will playtest that and everything. I playtest everything when it comes to my builds. Even stuff that I've done over and over and over. I still go back and kind of playtest it again. A, just to make sure I'm remembering correctly. And B, because, you know, sometimes things change, right? Things will change. Maybe Maxis changes something. So I just want to make sure, especially if it's a little bit, if it's non-traditional building using a cheat like placing this object is, I definitely want to make sure that it will still work. Pull this out here. We could put a nice rug in here. Now, I will say so far that both the bathroom and the bedroom are in black. So, we could change the stuff in the closet to black as well. And I probably will go ahead and do that simply because it's going to look, again, a little bit more realistic that we would have matching closet, matching bath, matching master bedroom. And with that being the case, it makes it a lot easier to pick out a rug, doesn't it? We grab this rug here maybe, make it smaller. Doesn't it come in a sort of red? We'll see. That. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. I don't know if that tan works that well, but what else have we got? Let's go ahead real quick. One thing I always have to remember that I can do and then do it is to filter by color. We'll filter these rugs by color and see what we have that falls under red. I think we might be able to even filter by style. So we could look for kind of a modern sort of rug. We do have that. So we got that, right? Not too bad. We have anything else here? A few kind of traditional ones. Traditional might work okay if we had to fall back on it. I'm going to try not to fall back on it, but it would work okay. For anyone who's curious, my son is actually still sleeping today. It is like, I think, 2 o'clock now or something here in Oklahoma. My son is still asleep in his bed, sound asleep. He turns 16 tomorrow, and he is still sound asleep. But hey, I'm gonna just let him rest. We got this. I did make him some cookies earlier though as a surprise. Not really from scratch. I used a mix, like a box mix. But what can I say? They taste really good and they're super easy to do. And it just works for me just perfect as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to go ahead and use this rug. Let's use this rug. My thought is, what I'm afraid of is I think I might have used it someplace else already or something close to it. But that's okay. Because I still kind of think I like it there. And we're going to go ahead and... Does this stuff come in black? I'm almost positive it does. Like black and white. And it comes in pure black. Or what's that? Kind of a brown. Is this the black? That's kind of black. We've got that. I'm going to go with black and white, I think. I think that's going to be the closest to what I want to do with this look. Let's see here. Why does that looks really brown to me? Why does that look so brown? I mean, I might be close. Is it brown? Is that the thing? I think it is brown. I mean, I'm looking at thinking that doesn't look black. Why doesn't that look black? It just looks like dark brown. So I think that's dark brown and white. I'm a little colorblind. Let's do this gray maybe. I really don't think I'm colorblind. I just think that The Sims is kind of screwing with me with color sometimes. So what can I say? Hey, checking it out, we do have this black and kind of, warm golden tone that is going to fit in better with the bathroom. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that anyway, because I do like that. It has a great style to it. Please be available in all the colors. Is it there? Okay. So we got that. Looks pretty good. Let's change these around. Like so. Got a great look there. That actually looks pretty good. I do like it. It could be a little bit better almost if it was white and black. We do have that in gray and black. I'm going to stick with that color. We'll do like this. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these boxes. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of this on the other side, but we'll stick one of these boxes here kind of on the other side. We'll leave it in that rattan sort of coloring. And that's it. Our walk-in closet is pretty much done. Now, we've got room in here to do some other stuff if we wanted to. I don't know. We'll see what comes with the new pack, Maybe there'll be something... That'll work in here. I really don't know what it could be. We could put a regular chair in here instead of just these kind of ottomans. I guess we could grab a chair. I'm going to wait though, because I think there is going to be a chair with the new pack that I want to use. So I think we'll wait and use that. The new pack is due out in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. My thought is to do the same thing in here. So maybe put a chair here and a chair in here that match each other. I do think that's what I'll do. Do we need... Yeah, we do. We need something to put some towels on over here by the tub. And I'm going to grab an end table. We've got this great end table from Spa Day. I think it comes in black. It does. And it comes in white. I'm going to go with white. Let's go with white and we'll put it here at the end of the tub. I'm going to pull it out a little bit so it's not really intersecting that. Well, I might pull this out a little bit too so it looks like it is even with it so it doesn't look odd. And then we'll go ahead and we'll grab some of these rolled up towels, which I love that. What can I say? I love the way that looks. It just looks very kind of fancy, right? It's very kind of fancy look. Is that the only way they'll go? I think it's the only way they'll go. What I really want to do is put in some sort of, I guess we can use this stuff. That looks like maybe you'd use it in the tub, right? I'm going to change the coloring a little bit so it doesn't match too well or too exactly over to with the other side. I want to make it be a little bit different. Let's do that. So you like maybe that's bath salts, maybe it's bubble bath, maybe it's shampoo. I don't know what they're using, but something along those lines. And we're going to go ahead and put, this is what I consider the ubiquitous white towel because I use it everywhere. When it comes to bathrooms, it's good. It's simple. It doesn't look too odd. It's banging in a little bit to our doorway there, but that's okay. It just looks like a general all-purpose towel. It fits like every single decor. Usually I'll use it, a smaller version of this as a hand towel, but we'll go ahead and do this today. I'm going to do this here. And we'll put one here on the other side. I wanted to do something different, you know, with the bath setup here. So I did put the sinks and the mirrors kind of built into the window, you know, so you have this great view now, because this is going to be a penthouse. You know, this is going to be up on top of a building. So you could probably pretty securely get ready here in the morning and nobody'd be able to actually see you from the street. I guess if they're in a hot air balloon or another tall building or a hang glider or something, I don't know, then maybe they would see you standing here. So, you know, get out of the tub, wrap a towel around your waist, and then get ready. We'll go ahead and throw in some toilet paper in here. I like this here. But I have to admit, I really do like the way that looks. I personally would love to have a setup like this so you can like see out this giant window in the mornings while you're getting ready. I think it'd be so cool. Like I said, now I would wear a towel myself. I'd put a towel around myself, you know, but you let your Sims do what they want because in the Sims, nobody's going to call the police and you're not going to get arrested, right? So yeah, let your Sims do what they want. Live that life, right? I was thinking about putting maybe some sort of mat or carpeting or something underneath these sinks. I'm a little bit held back from that. Mostly because I don't like those sort of rugs that people put in the bathroom, those furry rugs and stuff. So I don't know. In my house, I just throw a towel on the ground, stand on that. And then I throw the towel in the laundry, right? So I think I'm going to leave it. I think it's fine. And in fact, I think pretty much this bathroom is fine. You know, once we get the pack, chair here, and it's kind of done. There's not really any art in the bathroom or plants. I guess we could put a plant. Let's do some sort of plant or planter back here in the corner. I don't know what. Something that's not going to interfere or stick through the wall, of course, but we'll grab something here. Pretty leafy, Looks like a bathroom plants are leafy and suck up all the moisture, right? Well, let's use this. That's not too bad. I kind of like that. In fact, I would like to maybe... What I'd like to do is find something to set it on, some sort of base. Let me look here real quick and see what we got. I think we do have something in miscellaneous here. Something like that. Yeah, like that, you know? Let's make it smaller. We'll bring it over here and set it in the corner. Then we'll grab this and we'll kind of eyeball it into place. Can it go up one more? Oh, it can. Okay, so we can set the whole thing on there like that. And then that looks really quite good, I think. I think it's got an interesting sort of feel to it. We could almost... We could almost make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. The thing I don't like is that if I make it just one size bigger, it's gigantic, and the green grid there could cause routing issues. You know, that's the space it takes up. So the Sims might not want to use the sink right there next to it. But I think what I'll do, I still haven't reactivated my tool mod. When I reactivate tool mod, I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. So not double, not giant size like that, you know, but maybe in the middle, a little bit bigger than that. So we're definitely going to maybe, you know, do that. And then we'll put the chair here, kind of right here probably would fit by these two tables, give you some place to sit. Let's put in a mirror, a full-length mirror here. We're going to go with this. I love these mirrors, the ones that are kind of lit up. I think they're very cool. Those are also from Spa Day. I really need room for a mirror in here. Now, I've got a little bit of a problem because there's not a lot of door space in this room. Now, I could change the closet doors to a single door. I just thought like the double doors are very grand, right? Since I was going for an 80s feel, this felt very dynasty to me, right? Like you could just see like one of those people from that show, like whatever her name was, Alexis, right? You could see her just kind of throwing open those double doors and striding into her bathroom. So, I mean, I really do want to leave them. Maybe we have a standing mirror I can use. Let's see here. We do. Oh, this might work. This might work. This comes in. I don't ever use this. It's a base game item. It's not really one of my favorite items, though, so I never really used it. But, you know, we've got that, right? So we could maybe kind of tuck it here, sort of. Is that too crowded? It is a little crowded. The other thing is I could pull this stuff out. In fact, you know what? That's what we might do. We'll pull out this stuff on the men's side. All right. We'll pull out this stuff on the men's side. We'll leave it on the women's side. And then we'll throw in those lit mirrors there. Although this could work, just kind of slid in here as well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's not bad. That's fine. But we're going to go ahead and take that out. We will use these lit mirrors like so. So we got a great kind of backlit look, full length mirror. Oh shoot, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it was that tall. That's okay though. We would just do this. We're gonna give them a lot of storage in this closet. They're very wealthy. They can afford it, right? They probably got like a ton of whatever you're gonna put in here. They got a ton of it. So we're going to do that. The only other thing is I'm going to throw in a little bit of lighting into this closet. Maybe in the bathroom too. These lights look pretty good. See how they kind of light up the items inside as I'm raising it up there. I've put these in a lot of different, you know, closets before. And see, I mean, it's really bright. It works really well. So we'll go with that. And then it just gives the impression that there is maybe a puck light or a can light or something, you know, inside there. We'll do it on both sides. Oh, whoops, it's too far. Like that. Okay, so that ought to be pretty good. I feel like, don't we have... I mean, we can put all sorts of things in these cubbies, and I might, over time, throw some stuff in the cubbies. Who knows? Especially when I'm playing the game, actually playing with it. One thing I want to look for, though, do we have, with the new jewelry pack, like some sort of jewelry form, you know, to put jewelry on? Crystal Creations. Here it is. I'm going to put that there. Maybe put some jewelry on it. Crystal Creations for me is a bit odd. I was way under the weather when that pack came out. And so I played around with it, and I've actually played with it quite a bit. I've actually done a lot with it, but I'm still coming across things from the pack that I kind of didn't realize was there, simply because I did not go through and fully look at everything, you know, fully analyze everything that came with it. There's quite a few great items. Like, I love that. That looks very cool. That does look like kind of sort of thing you might find on like kind of the I'm going to say the more feminine side. You know, there's no reason why guys can't wear jewelry. Sometimes I wear jewelry, but I'm going to say the more feminine side of the closet, like something you could pull out with rings in it, this sort of thing. Although, yeah, I suppose if you're a guy and you do wear a lot of jewelry, you're going to have one of these ring holders too, I imagine. So we'll put that there. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Is there anything else from this group? I guess not. What is this? Kit, jeweler's tray. If I can get that out. Jeweler's tray and the form. I think that's it. We could maybe... Will one of these fit in here? I don't think so. It might fit there. But it really should go kind of where it is. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take that out. We're going to put those in there. And we're good, right? That's pretty good. Not too bad at all. I don't think we need, again, like I said, a lot of sort of decor in these rooms, like wall art and stuff. I think it's pretty much done. Depending on what we get with the new pack, I might stick some wall art in there if it looks like something will fit. The new pack is kind of a bit of an oddity to me in that the furnishings from it, which I do like. I mean, I like a lot of the furnishings from it. They don't feel real culturally specific, right? Like, they don't necessarily remind me of Mexico City or Latin America or Spain or anything like that. But they do remind me of the 80s. And so, I'll put that there. That's kind of where I started coming with this sort of 80s inspiration. And so maybe there'll be something in there that I'll look at it and be like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I wonder what this looks like. This is from Crystal Creations. I was just going to look at rugs in general, but this is there, right? So let's take a look at it and see what do we have. We got that. I mean, I kind of like the tone and color of it. That's kind of what's really grabbing me. I'm not sure about the pattern. The pattern's very kind of mystical. It's like something you're going to find in like a fortune teller's, shop or something. Kind of almost an astrological type of pattern. Oh boy. Maybe if I go with a lighter version of this, like maybe that or that. I'll go with that. I think that's a little less of that sort of feel. And the lighter tone I kind of like there. So let's do that. Now we are going to do 2 planters on each side of this window. We're going to just go ahead and wall them in just like we have here. We're going to do this exact same sort of setup. We'll start with... Whoops, turn that off. We'll start with, I think, this side over here. Make sure I grab the right height. Yeah. So if we bring this out like this, and then maybe across here. Huh, it's not working. That's weird. Oh no. I hope it's not about to crash on me. I've been having like some real issues. I've been having some real issues with the platform using platforms. God bless it. So it's not wanting to let me draw out, you know, a wall there. And now it's not going to let me drop. It's not going to let me drop that table. Oh boy. Okay, so I got to put some color along that wall there. We're going to try saving this so that I can save what I've done already. And hopefully not lose it. I guess it's not that big a deal. It's just really just a closet, a little bit of clutter. I can always recreate it. I don't want to. I want this to be fixed. I do want it to be fixed. It's been really frustrating. It's been really frustrating in the last couple of builds. This sort of, I think there's a problem with the platforms. And I'm using a lot of platform stuff because of the type of builds I've been doing. The last build, the apartment complex, kind of be like reminiscent of a Spanish village a little bit, you know? So there were like a lot of steps and ups and downs, and those platforms are what I was using for that. And I had issues there. This is locked. So I think I just lost it. I think I just lost everything I just built because it's not saving like it's supposed to. And I think I'm going to have to hard shut down the game in order to get out of this. Man, oh man, oh man. That's kind of disappointing. So I'm going to give it just a second. I know it won't do it. I know it won't because, like I said, this has been an ongoing issue. So All right. We'll see what pops up. We'll see how much of this you actually see on stream. I'm going to have to go into Task Manager. I'm going to have to hard close the game. You know, crash it down on itself. God bless. This does not make me happy. It really doesn't make me happy. Then I'm going to try. I'm going to try to put in the garden spot first. See if that'll work. If it's just not going to work, then I'll go from there. We can work on the dining room. I'm not going to redo the closet on stream. I'll just do that off stream. So let's see here. Let me get into this. Fingers crossed, you guys. We're going to hope that this works. Pull up my task manager here. Do. Okay, so I'm trying to shut it down. This will take me just a second. Here it's going to go. That's it. Okay, so we're going to try relaunching. See what we get here, right? Ah, Lord. A drink. So we'll relaunch the game since we locked up. Since it locked up on us, we'll relaunch the game and then we'll try this again, right? We'll try this again. I guess for the next builds I do, I won't use platforms. You know, I guess I just won't. Because they're just not, they're not working. That's all there is to it, you know. Well, I mean, they are. They're working okay. But it keeps locking up like this. So what can I say? Do. I think later today I'm gonna, maybe I'll go see if my son wants to do something, you know, hang out, kill some time. Okay, so yeah, all of like what we did is gone. We've lost it all. So okay, so we're gonna try to come down here and we'll try doing this. And like I said, later off stream, I'll rebuild the closet. And I guess, you know, I better start taking pictures of everything, saving constantly, right? In order to save myself some time and trouble later. Let's do this here. Okay, so wish me luck. Let's hope it does it. Let's hope it works this time. Like this, and then that. Okay, so it did work. That part's worked. I lost 2 items. I forgot to inventory because I don't have cheats turned on now since I had to restart the game. Unlocks entitlement. Okay, so that should be all of our cheats. Let me see here. I want to use... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just roll it back. And then that should keep us from losing anything. I don't know where those came from. Those came from somewhere. But where, I don't know. Upstairs, maybe? Let me take a look here real quick. No, those things are both there. Huh. Okay, well, let's not worry about that. Wherever they were, they're not there now. So we'll move this here. Let's move it over a little bit. Give us a little bit of a cozy sort of space with it. Like so. Fingers crossed. I'm so nervous to do this. I'm so nervous. I don't want to mess up. Do like that. And then on this side, we will come across this way. Let me pull this in again. Like so. And we'll bring it like that. So it'll give us a couple little sort of, you know, planting areas there. Because one of the things I do think of with the 80s and the 70s too, for this matter, and actually a little bit probably the 60s, are people have these big indoor planters, you know, like these giant sort of indoor planters, which I actually kind of like. Now, I do like that style. I do not have it in my own house because I don't have a modern home, but I actually really like that. I love the idea of having these big planters full of like, you know, large plants and stuff in there. I think it's really cool. And so a lot of times in game, I do that same sort of style. Kind of fill in our planter here with some ground cover. Let me grab the square one. kind of like that. So we'll go with that, and then we'll put in some, just the same sort of plantings, right? The same sort of flowers. We'll go with this Swiss cheese plant, make it down a little bit smaller, kind of pull it in a bit. Again, that overlap there, that green grid, it might interfere with routing. This right here, I'm just counting as kind of a coat closet. I have not done anything with it, obviously. Kind of haven't even painted the walls in there. But I might put some sort of, you know, just faux closet stuff in there. I don't think it'll ever really be used. And we'll grab this, you know, ornamental bamboo tree. Now, the big thing here is it going to be able to fit with the window? I might have to do a smaller version of it because I don't really want it to stick through the glass, and it does stick through the glass just a little bit there. Just a little bit. It's not bad. Maybe if I turn it. Let's see, what do I end up with if I kind of turn it? Is anything? That's pretty close. That's kind of close. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. We'll bring it like this. Like so. So that's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple more of these, but we're going to do them smaller. You know, so I do want to fill this in with greenery here. But let's do it like that. And we'll bring... This might be really tough, this one. Try it there. Yeah, that's just not going to fit there very well. How about that? That's pretty good. Okay. So again, you know, we got kind of, this is kind of nice. I kind of like this sort of, you know, again, this sort of look. I like the fact there's all these plants in here. It's very lush. It's very green. We could go with maybe a smaller version of this Swiss cheese plant. I don't even know what a Swiss cheese plant is, you guys, to be quite honest, but we're going to put that in there. Now on this other side, we actually have a little bit bigger area to work with, but we'll probably just do kind of the same thing. Put that there. I don't mind if it overlaps the stairs that much, but I don't really want it sticking outside, you know, any more than I can help it. So we'll put that there. That does look a little weird, but I think I'm going to just roll with it. This. Like so. Can we fit one in back here maybe? I think so. Put one there. We'll grab our Hawaiian grass, which the Hawaiian grass is about like my favorite. I think it really does look like kind of just leafy, sort of like fescue type grass or something like that. This, come on, right back there. And our Swiss cheese plant, put a big version in there. Again, I kind of would rather it didn't. Let's move it up a little bit so it doesn't so much intersect the wall. Oh, okay. See, I gotta be careful because see how I did that there? That was the other thing before. Like I was just trying to place paint and it did that and then everything fucked up. Everything fucked up and I had to like hard shut everything down. So I'm gonna have to be careful. Let's see, we'll put this over here. Later when I'm actually playing this game, if it feels like once if it feels like once the game is live, like these areas look too bare because, you know, the bamboo will pretty much, you know, it'll disappear when we get too close. I might put something else there. That there. So we've got our new planters in place, and I do think that looks good. I like it pretty well. Okay, so that leaves the dining room. Now, the dining room before, I'd put some things out here on the wall, like a mirror and those little cubby boxes, right? So let's put a mirror over here. Okay, I'm a little bit torn because I do want this room to be a little bit kind of modern, traditional, not really high tech, not really ultra modern, like say the master bedroom is. So it is going to be a little bit of a, you know, playing a little bit of a game with it to see how close we can walk that line. Now we've got these boxes. Put these here. One thing that will help is that these boxes do have kind of a modern traditional look to them, because they're definitely not, you know, traditional, but they're also not ultra modern or pure modern or something like that. I'm gonna take that out. Is this the only version we have? I want to see what else we have going on here with this Crystal Creations pack. I need to really go through and look through that stuff, see what all's there. Okay, so we have this, pretty cool. We have this. I think that's kind of cool. It might be too traditional though. And we got this kind of gothic, neo-gothic look to it. Does that sit into the wall? No, that'd be really cool if that sat into the wall, so it looked kind of built in, you know, when you placed it. Let's take that out. So what I'm going to do is, let's see. That does reflect in the back of that box, so that's good. Put that there. I'm going to grab this here and here. So if we can give kind of the idea that this is a buffet serving surface here on the top. That's what I would like to do, right? Let's grab these mirrors here. We'll mirror the back of it. Again, I'll tell you what, if there's one thing I think of when it comes to the late 70s, maybe all the 70s and the early 80s, especially, it's like mirrored surfaces, you know, like all over the place. You see a lot of that in the decor, even in people's homes, definitely in commercial decor, but even in, you know, in people's homes as well, a lot of mirrored surfaces. And go up here. Which again is fine. I mean, I really quite like 80s decor. I really do. More, I think, probably than the 70s, but I like the 70s too. Grab ourselves some lighting here. Let's see what we have going. Yes. And my thought is to go ahead and put this in here, like so. We'll grab and put one over here. And you know, I did that upstairs behind a bookshelf and stuff to give this sort of like completely backlit appearance. So that does give us a sort of modern feel there. Hopefully a little bit on the traditional side. I don't know that I'm completely happy with it at the moment. It's getting there, though. It is getting there. I'm happier than I was. Maybe I don't want to make that floating. We could pick it up, you know. Can I lift the whole thing? Maybe like this. So maybe like that, kinda. And then I'm gonna put some light underneath so it looks like it's lit from underneath. We'll see. This is kind of this is gonna be a little bit of just a test, right? A little bit of a test of something different in building. Put that under there. I don't even know if we can really, did that make much of a difference? I mean, not really, did it? I mean, I can see it under there. It's definitely under there. Get over here. If we... I don't think I can reach it without moving. I'll just move these. Maybe if we lift it up a little bit. Let's grab that. We'll just go ahead and we'll fill in that little blank spot there, at least put some light on it. Okay, so that's straight on the ground. Then we move it up maybe 1-2 spaces. Okay, so let's look at it for a second. I'm still going to be left with a little bit of a quandary because I'm not sure what I want to do, over here. If anything, but I guess let's look real quick. I guess we could do just these over here. Like we could do it all the way across. Or at least like that. Like that. So we could do that. And we'll have kind of more of a full wall floating buffet. And we could go ahead and bring this out. I'll go a little quiet here while I'm focusing. Make sure I don't screw this up. Like so. And just kind of eyeball it on the other side and hope we're getting close. Okay, and then we'll fill in this part, of course, with a mirror. Okay, so let's take a look at where we are with that. This is, I mean, it's not too bad. It needs a little something going on around the rest of it, that's for sure. Where's our grid? Our grid is there, so we could maybe, let me delete those out of the way. We could maybe use slate on each side of it, or nothing. We don't have to use anything. We could do an accent wall there. Let me look real quick at wallpaper and see what do we have, or maybe a painting. I wonder. Let's see. Hold on. If we used a really large painting behind it, of course, we're not going to see a lot of it in that case. But what have we got? My thought is kind of like if we could use something that looks like mural wallpaper behind it. But oh, I don't think so. I just don't, nothing's really popping in my head that I could look for. So let's look at our actual wallpaper and see what do we have here. There should be a sort of wood paneling, right? Sort of paneled wood wall. Like this stuff. This is definitely kind of this or this. Both are options. Let me look at this. Comes in black. Doesn't really come in white or a brown. Does come in that black. I think that might be too much. We've got this though. This looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it. So we got that brown there. Actually, I kind of like that. I think this, I'm going to live with that for a moment. I'm going to live with it. If it's not exactly, it's not like I'm looking at it thinking, oh my God, that's life. That's exactly what I was looking for. That just solves everything. But it does look kind of good with what we've got going here. So maybe, I wish I didn't need a table and chairs in here. I'm thinking about moving this a little bit because I really want, well, I really want that to be open. But it's going to look weird if it's open. I'm kind of at a loss as to what exactly I'm going to put back here. That's part of it. Now we've got this slate here underneath the dining room table. We could change that to wood to better fit the other wood tones we've got going. I'm going to put in a couple of plants real quick. Let's put in a little bit of decor here and see if, I mean, it's like I like it, but I don't love it. So let's see if I can get to a love it spot. We've got stuff like this. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I do like that. Now that's, again, that's really way bigger than I want, but I want it bigger than what we've got, right? So let me grab those. Kind of move it. into place. As soon as I get done with this stream, I've really got to go in and redo the tool mod. If I make those smaller, like that, I do want it to be bigger. I move it up just to give myself an idea of what the height might be like. Something like that maybe, or even bigger. I don't know. I mean, that is really big. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's leave it for now. I do think that it's making me feel better, though, about this space. That is true. Let's put a few things back here. Do we have anything kind of knick-knacky, you know, we do have these two. We have kind of like a head, right? We have like that modern head now. We also have these gold animals. So we have stuff like this. And in fact, I think I'm going to put them here. I'm going to put one here. Put the dog maybe here and make him a little bit bigger. I'm going to grab the cat. The cat maybe up here. Or maybe down here, Maybe like that. Not sure about the cat. Maybe I won't end up using him in here and just go with the dogs. The dog could even be a little bit bigger, like that. And I think back in that corner, we could go ahead and put a bookshelf, put some sort of bookshelf or bookcase back here, and we'll light it up. So let's grab something. We could do something like with these. Maybe. We could use a selection of those back there. So if I did these all along this wall like this, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do wood back here, Tomarang wood. We'll bring it all the way out. So we have kind of a nice coziness to this area. Maybe go ahead and do these as well. And then we could put, I mean, I'm going to fill all these with something, right? I guess back here we could do books. Maybe they're rare books. We'll say they're rare books back here. It's a curio cabinet of rare books. And maybe something like this will fit in there. Yeah, fits in there. Can I make it bigger? Let's make it a little bit bigger. We'll grab. These should fit in there pretty well, easily. These will not. Oh, they do fit. I didn't think they would fit. I thought they'd be way too big. We'll do those like that. What else could go in there? We could use this, even though it is a shelf. We can put it like that so that the bottom part of it is maybe hidden a little bit. So you can't see the shelf part. It just looks like a stack of books in there. Let's make them a little bit brighter, so hopefully they'll kind of stand out. Let's go with the yellow. Up here on these upper shelves, can we fit? Just saw it. It was like the elephant thing. I think I just saw it. There it is. Okay. Right here from San Myshuno, the Never Forget book. We'll put that there. That is actually a little tight. But I guess it's okay. I don't think it was going to be close enough to really analyze it. We'll do it in maybe a nice bright blue, or there's a pink. The green's very cool. Green looks kind of like jade. I'm going to go with the blue. Let's put a little bit of color in there. Now, can we fit these in here anywhere? Yes, we can. We'll put those in there. And I need something for the top. And I'm not sure if I want to use a book at the top or if I want to put... something that's going to be a little bit more like a decorative item, but it's so high up you wouldn't see it very well. Let's go ahead and we'll look at, well, where would it be? Let's look at this, what was it called? Not Glamour, Modern Lux. Let's look at Modern Lux. There it is. Oh, we could use this. So there's that. Okay. Or I was thinking of this. And what colors does that come in? Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so we've got that. So I could kind of see that over here. One on each side. We're going to give it a very formalized type of appearance. And maybe we can find, we'll use the Moroccan tray or some sort of tray, you know, a drink tray or something on top of here. Now, we still don't have anything up here, but we could use this. We could put this up here. You know, what we'll pretend, this is what we'll pretend. We'll say that that is actually cast in bronze, right? It's a cast in bronze signature of a famous author. Like a famous author did his signature cast in bronze and then, you know, sold it, of course. Sold it at department stores. And our family bought one. I'm going to lift that up just about the same amount as that's lifted up. We're going to go ahead and grab these strip O lights here. And I think we'll go ahead and fill in this whole area. Well, or no, I think we'll put a mirror behind it. Let's put this here. There. And then we'll go ahead and we will mirror. Oh, shoot, it takes up the whole space. I don't want to take up the whole space, though. So maybe we won't mirror behind it because I don't want to take up the whole space. I want it just to be a little bit of the space. And I don't think there's any mirror that is going to accomplish that because I don't think we have anything that thin. Maybe this would? Does that work? But I don't think we can't see that through. Yeah, we can't see that through the case. This one, will it work? Can we see it through the case though either? I don't think so. No, we can't. So, we're a bit at a loss. Now, I think this might work. No, it also just takes up the whole thing. Okay, so we might have to forego that. We might have to forego that. And if we do, that's okay for now. If I figure out something later, you know, then I'll put it in there. Like again, using the tool mod, I might be able to take the one mirror with the white frame, put it back there, move it forward just enough that you can see it through those boxes. And then that'll look good. Come on. Come on, here we go. Like so. Let's try to even that out a little bit. Kind of hard when we're eyeballing it, but there we go. Did that work? Not really. I've still got a seam there. Hold on. Let's take and see if we can erase that a little bit. Let's take that out. Hope I didn't just erase the wrong thing. I probably did now that I think about it. Come on. Okay. Is that pretty close? It may just have to be close enough. I don't think I want to mess with it anymore. And then let's put one back down here. Okay, so then we've got kind of our look coming together, sort of Lux type of look, but modern at the same time, I think. And I'm half inclined to bring a wall across here and then take that out for the step up. I don't know. I'm going to think about that. In the meantime, we're going to try to find ourselves some sort of wall art. We could look at Modern Luxe again. Let's look there and see what we've got. Yeah, so we've got stuff. We got like this. This is what I was thinking. I kind of want something a little more like modern art, although, I mean, this works because the tone is perfect, right? I don't know how odd it might be to have this sort of artwork in a dining room. But maybe. I'm going to go ahead and put it there for now. Because I do like the overall tone. Like all of this gold and brown and sort of warmth is really, really kind of working for me. So as far as that goes, it works perfect. So we're going to go with it. And we're kind of drawing to a close here with this dining room. Let's grab this rug maybe. Again, the rug's really a little bit bigger than I want. I think with Tool Mod, again, once I reactivate it, I'm going to pull it down a little bit smaller. Because I would like to just center it under the table. Like that, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. You know, I think that it should be big enough that the chairs aren't going to slip off the edge of the rug. I mean, they won't in The Sims, but in real life, they wouldn't slip off the edge of the rug. So once I get Tool Mod active again, make that a little bit larger. I should be making a list of all the things with Tool Mod that I'm going to go through and mess with. Okay, so anything else? Can we put something here in the middle of the table, maybe? I would love to do maybe an Asian, something Asian with plants. Let me see here. Let me close that. There is a vase here that we could look at using. That is not, you know, not really completely Asian, but I think it'll work well enough. Where is it? There it is. So we're gonna put that here in the middle of the table. Now it's way too big like that. We are gonna shrink it down. I think that size, even that's a little too large. To me, that's the sort of size thing that you would take off the table before you use it. So let's go with that. Let's try doing a little small like that and see if we can make something work. Color-wise, maybe I'm thinking the green or I'm thinking this. I don't hardly ever use that color. I'm going to use that. For some reason, a little pop of color there in this room of all this brown does I kind of like it. So let's go with that, and later we can always change it. Want to put some flowers in it. We've got those. We got that sort of flower. That's not bad. If I make it small enough to hide in this jar, mostly hide, kind of gives us a little base there, doesn't it? Does it look okay? That's not too bad. What colors does this come in? One thing that it kind of looks like is, I like kind of handles here on the top now, look pretty good. And it could be something like a liner, that one part for the vase that you'd put flowers in. So that's not too bad. I don't know. There are other things we could use. I mean, there's lots of stuff here that'll probably intersect. I really like this. We could use this and do nothing to it, of course. Oh, we've got this. What does that look like? You know, I kind of like that better because it's got a little bit brighter floral feel to it. It's still very, very rustic in that it looks like it was plucked literally out of a field. And I'll tell you what, you got to be careful about plucking stuff out of a field, because I had this great idea once. I was doing some table decorations for an organization that I belong to for a meeting. And there was like this big field and kind of a boggy sort of area, right, out behind the building. Well, kind of in a park behind the building. And so I thought, hey, we could actually use that. That actually looks really good. I'll just go out there and I'll collect some of those cattails, which is what we call them here in Oklahoma. I really don't know what they're called in real life. I don't know what the name of them is. But we call them cattails here in Oklahoma, and they're kind of like a long brown velvety cube or tube, kind of like a corn dog, like that shape. And it's got like a little pointy thing that comes off the top of it, and it's like brown and velvety, right? So I gathered up a bunch of those, and I don't know what else, some other wildflower type of stuff that were around it. And then I took them inside and I put them on the tables. Well, they were full of bugs. They were full of bugs and insects. And I just didn't get that, right? I just put them on there later. Someone's like, there's like bugs all around this table and da-da-da-da. And so I'm like, oh shit is what I said. And I was like, oh man, I didn't think of that. It was a good idea. We ended up taking them out. I was like, let's take them out. Let's get rid of them. But it was a good idea in theory, on paper. I kind of like the way this creates a new bottom there too. See how the one vase is peeking through the bottom here, but it gives it a little bit more detail on the bottom. It looks almost like it's supposed to be that way. I mean, maybe I would think it was supposed to be that way if I didn't know better, right? And I love those birds of paradise there on the table. So we're going to use those. We'll get rid of this and this. Now, the other thing I think we could put in here would be grab a couple of chairs, and we'll put one over here and over here. Now, if it turns out, in fact, why wait? Let me move this. I was going to say, if it turns out, right, that interferes with routing around the table, I'll just move them over here. And we'll put them by the picture. I'm going to go ahead and do that anyway. What this is supposed to represent is a lot of times you're going to have, there's only 6 chairs here, right? Usually you're going to have a table for 8. And so to me, I would think, well, we put a couple of extra chairs here and then we'll just kind of squeeze them in, right? When we have a group of 8, when we need space for 8, we can kind of squeeze them in, which is what everybody does with a round table. It's what someone told me once. They love round tables because you can always kind of squeeze in one more person. So we'll put a couple extra chairs here to kind of represent that idea. Now I want to do something here, and I want to do something that looks like dishware. And my thought is to use, let me go this route. Let's show everything. Should be in the courtyard kit. This, right? So it doesn't want to set up there by itself, but that's okay. We're going to just raise it up like so. Kind of pull it out here. I don't really want it to intersect the mirror. I may have to make it a little bit smaller. Let's make it a little bit smaller. We'll put that here in the middle. And I love that because, you know, it's just got a great look. The tone is right. And I love the multicolored glasses on it. It's going to bring us, again, a little bit of color, at least, into this space. So that looks cool. Put that there. It's really not quite as big as I wanted. We could move it maybe here and then see if there's something larger we could put here with some height on it. We've got these sort of things. Now we could, maybe that would work. Have them kind of tie together. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We'll put that there. If I change my mind later, it's fine. The great thing about The Sims, throw something away, get something new, put it back on there. I do think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm pretty happy with the dining room. From where we started, I'm actually really happy with how this has come along. Let's see here. Yeah, looks good. Nothing wrong with it at all. And we can update this a little bit once we get the new pack. This area is really going to be updated with the new pack. I'm going to use the new bar and seating down here from that new Lovestruck pack, right? So this area will not be done, this sort of lounge area, until that pack is out, till it launches. Now, I was going to wait on this bathroom. God, I can't believe that happened. I lost everything. You know what? Speaking of which, let me save this real quick. Just in case, before I lock myself up again, let me save that real quick. And then I might run through and try to put a few of the things I remember back out here. Let's grab it real quick. I know that we've got surfaces, miscellaneous. We want this. Put this here. I think it was this color, like that. Let's see here. Let's go with that. And then we've got this table. We need that brought back in here. Center it here. Center that. Grabbed some towels to use over here. Some bath products. We'll go ahead and just throw some of this stuff back in real quick. Go with that. That we lost when the game crashed. So we'll do that one. Also, we need like the little kind of plant. I think it's fake, right? It's supposed to be a fake plant. Like a fake kind of rubber tree plant. Is it even in plants? I think it is. Where did I see that? It's got to be up here if it is. Oh, there it is. So we'll bring that out here. And we're going to make that a little bit bigger with tool mod later. We're going to grab ourselves some towels here. This one. Put here. We'll grab it again. Hey, son. Oh, I had some already, actually. I didn't wait for you. But you can have as many as you want. They're chocolate chip. Do they look good? That's my son. He was bringing me a cookie. Thank you for bringing me one, though. He was bringing me a cookie. I made cookies earlier. Left a big pile of them downstairs. Kind of advanced birthday gift for him, right? And they were good. I really have to be careful. I pretty much could set the whole plate here next to me and eat them through this whole stream and all night. Because I do love cookies. They're so good. Put that in here. But he's a good kid. Come and offer some to his dad. Put that there and there. And there. Now we're going to go ahead and put a mirror in here. Like that. I think that was about it. I think that's all I really had done in here in the bathroom before it crashed on us. Most of the work went in here into the closet. But it ought to be relatively quick since I don't really have to think about it this time. I just have to recall what I did, right? Let's look at this part. Filter all the items. Dream Home Decorator. There we go. And we're going to go with here, 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 here. I'm going to use this sort of thing over here. On this side, we ended up using nothing because we're going to put a mirror in there, a weight. Since I've got this kind of already sorted, go ahead and grab. Actually, two. I ended up doing it a different color. That's right. So we're going to do this and this. And we'll change the colors around on this. Since we've got so much black and gold kind of in this look, and that's really more of an 80s feel, black and gold. You know, there was so much like, and it wasn't really gold. It was more of like, I guess, a bronze or a brass. It's more like a polished brass, you know. That look was like super big, super popular in the 80s. This here, here, here. Like that. Now, was there anything else I put under there? I don't think so. I think that was it. Now, we did use the comfort here. These. So we're going to put two of these in here for our Sims to set on, like while they're putting on their shoes or something like that. And we'll grab a mirror. What did I do with it? Where is it here? Here we go. And we'll put that in here. And to finish off, we're going to grab some clothing. Here in storage, of course. I love this stuff, by the way. I love this sort of like clothing. I really like the horse ranch stuff because if it's kind of the Midwest where I'm from, I really like that a lot. But I also love just the Dream Home Decorator stuff in general because it has a very realistic feel that your Sim can go to the closet and go up to, you know, like it's hanging clothes and pick clothes out and stuff. We also did, we'll look at it here in a minute. We also did something else over here. Let's grab shoes real quick. And we'll put in some shoes under here. I feel like there was something under here, but I can't remember for the, oh, you know what it was? It was this. That was on the floor. That goes up there. And I knew there was something missing there. Looking at that, I thought that's not quite right, and it's not quite right. Those drawers were directly on the floor, and we had two of these cubbies because they're going to go here and here. We're going to grab some more shoes. Put these over here. Like that. We'll also just, these will do. I guess it didn't really matter. It's just for decor. And I had some of those little boxes, like the little boxes from Dream Home Decorator, which I almost couldn't decorate right now without Dream Home Decorator. Just say, I feel like I use it so often. I almost couldn't even be a decorator in the game without it. And I put a little bit of these over here like that. Okay, so on this side, we used the Crystal Creation stuff, which, whoops, hold on here, which works really good for a closet. I mean, I think it's supposed to be so you can set up like a kind of pretend like jewelry shop, I guess. But these sort of trays, these ring trays, people use at, well, I mean, people who have a lot of jewelry, not me. People who have a lot of jewelry will use those at home. And we're going to put this special one there like that. We're going to grab our jewelry box and put it over here. think I did have something here. In fact, I think it was just a Dream Home Decorator box. We could do something like that there, though. Let's do that. That looks a little... I don't know. It does look a little junky, though, so I think I'm going to take it out. And we will just go ahead and grab another one of these wicker baskets. Put that up there. And let's see here. I think we'll put another ring box up here. Will it not fit there anymore? Just those two. I just want to put 3 in here, but maybe it only takes 2 in this particular thing. Just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to slot into these at all for some reason. It's kind of weird. Well, that's okay. Let's just leave it off. We'll just go with those 2 and then that sort of necklace form there. So it kind of fleshes out our closet a little bit. And I did put a rug in here. I filtered it by red, by color. So we'll just do the same thing again. That way, hopefully I can find it really quickly. It's just a modern rug. I think it's down here. Yeah, right at the end. Make it a little bit smaller there in the middle so they have something comfortable to stand on. And I think that was it. Now, at the same time, looking at it, I feel like, well, is it missing a little something? But it's probably just some random clutter thing or something. It shouldn't be that big a deal for me to throw something. Oh, I know part of what's missing. Lighting. Okay, so it did come to me. Yeah, so one thing I'm forgetting is lighting because we use... let me turn red off. The sort of art lighting, you know, that you normally have to unlock. I don't unlock it. I don't play to unlock it. I just cheat it out, you know. You can use that to put here. Let me try this again. You can put it here in the closet. And then, you know, as you lift it up, it will make the clothes brighter. So it looks like you have a light in there, like a light built into the closet. I don't know if it'll work here with these shelves. I don't think it really does. Well, it does kinda. Yeah, it does. So, yeah, see how that gets brighter? So we're going to go ahead and do that there too. And then we'll put it here on the other side. It just gives it a more realistic effect. I think if I'm wealthy enough to afford this custom closet, right? I've got the money to afford this custom closet, then I am totally going to be able to afford to put lighting in it. But I'm going to probably insist on having lighting in it. For as much as it's probably going to cost me. Put this here. Let's see here. I don't want it to be too high or too low. That's good. That ought to work. Maybe that, I don't know. Let me just bring it down just a little bit. Like that. Okay, so now I remember the lighting. I still feel like there's something a little bit off, but it's not any big deal. I think we can live with it for the moment. And, oh, one thing that's missing down here is I put a rug down here before it crashed. And speaking of crashing, I'm going to go in real quick and save yet again. I don't want to lose this again. Let's save here. I don't want to tempt my fate. I don't want to tempt fate, you know. Let's see. We had oh, I know what I used. In fact, let's just filter it. It'll make it easier. Searching through it. I used the Crystal Creations rug. There it is. In sort of brown, tannish sort of look. Bring it in here. So we're getting kind of a nice little initial seating area as you come in. Again, because we've got this is our elevator lobby over here. So once this is on a penthouse, of course, that'll work. The elevators will work. It doesn't work outside like on a regular lot, but it works here or on a penthouse. And then we've got elevators on each floor instead of stairs. There wasn't a lot of room in here being a 20 by 15 lot. There wasn't a lot of room for stairs. I didn't want to take up any more space than I had to. I did put a stair set here for drama, for a sort of dramatic look leading up to this loft area. I didn't want to do that same thing on every single floor. So we're going to use elevators to get around once this is a penthouse lot. If it had been a bigger lot, I might have done more stairs. I don't know. But as it is at 20 by 15, I'm lucky that I got in what I got in. Now we could use some decorative items for these tables, maybe. Not real sure what. Maybe this stuff. Let's just go at random, see what we land on. You know, that'd be kind of cool in The Sims if you could just go to like, you know, this sort of stuff, right? Miscellaneous. And you could hit a random button and it would just bring up a selection of random items, right? Let's use this. I'm surprised someone hadn't done a mod or something like that. And then you could turn it into a challenge, right? Let's do the regular version. We do have this. This is kind of cool. I guess we could do that as kind of a little piece of art, maybe. Let's see what kind of colors it comes in. Does it have anything? The blue is cool. The red is cool. Okay, so yeah, let's go with the blue. Grab the blue here, turn it like that. This feels a little small on this table. Like we could have something else there. Yeah, see, there actually is room too. I think I'm going to turn it at an angle. Let's see here. And then let's do... I know what I'm looking for, and I use it way too much. I wish I could remember the name of it. What is it? It's like a little... It's like the little garden, rectangular garden thing, right? Is it a base game thing? Oh, but you know what? We could use this. Never mind. We've got these plates. Let's use... These are super expensive. That's okay. We're wealthy. We have a penthouse. Of course, we're going to put in like this super expensive stuff. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to put that plate there. I'm going to use those in the dining room. I hope they'll fit in that cabinet. I'm going to use some of that stuff there. But I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put one of these little frogs. What's the most expensive one? That one. Let's put that out here too. Of course, I don't know. Do they have different colored eyes? Is that the deal? Oh, that looks kind of good. How about this one? Yeah, that looks good. I want something maybe with really brilliant colored eyes. Let's see what all we've got to work with. Usually I just kind of grab one at like, you know, random. But in this case, maybe we go with that. Let's go with that. So we'll put him in there. And could we put something else by him? Maybe. We could always just put like a gemstone there. I was thinking about putting the little, it's like a little sand box sculpture thing with a little rake, and you're supposed to use it on the tabletop. And I can't remember for the life of me what the thing's, there it is. Okay, there it is. The Tiny Tranquility Zen Garden is what it's called. So I'm gonna put this out here too. Can I move it around at all? Not really. Okay, that's fine. I'll put this back over here maybe. Like so. Can I move this? Sometimes make it a little bit bigger. Let's make it a little bit bigger like that. And then again, I don't know. Let's not make it bigger. Maybe do like that. I'm going to try to bring him. Can I put you right here, buddy? No, I can't do that. Okay. I hope with The Sims 5 they don't have auto slots like that on the table, or there's a cheat to overcome it or something, so that I can just kind of put stuff exactly where I want it, right? I'm going to move this over here. I'm not going to probably, I don't know what all I'm going to outfit it with, but see, I want to kind of put it in here. And we could do a selection of them. It's a little bit big, but we can make that smaller and it looks just fine. The other thing that's kind of cool to use, I know this is supposed to be grandma's ashes, but it actually has kind of a nice look to it. It's just a vase. So I might put it in here, maybe right in the middle or something. So we'll go with that for now. And that might put some other things there to kind of flesh it out. Now, the last thing I was kind of thinking about doing with this particular lot is, okay, maybe making the pool have a triangular side to it. What I put in here, of course, is a lap pool because we only have a 20 by 15 lot. Do I need to repeat that? I probably don't need to repeat it, but we only have a 20 by 15 lot for our penthouse. So I thought, well, hey, let's put in a little lap pool back and forth. That's very common. Small lots, small apartment type areas, very common to do a lap pool. But what I'd really like to see is taking, like, you know, these angled areas, right? Because we've got an angle here, we've got an angle here, here, right here, and replicating that with the pool. That's kind of what I want to see. So let me drop down here, see if it's possible. The problem, of course, is that we just don't have a lot of room. And I do want to have at least a small outdoor area here. We don't have to have an outdoor area here, but I really do want to. So if we move this stuff back, like so, we put that like that. My thought is I could, because, you know, we're going to need a walkway through there, like right through here, right? So we could get rid of one of these chairs if we need to, or maybe it would fit here. Maybe. And then let's maybe turn this like that. That's pretty conventional. I kind of like the way it was set up better before, but if we're able to do the pool this way that I want to do, then it might be worth it. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to kind of outline maybe where we would need to draw the line to do the pool that way. So maybe like that. And then lower that. And then let's give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like. Let's save again. Before I get into this, every time I mess with those platforms, I feel like, okay, I need to save. Let's, at least right now. I mean, hopefully it's going to get fixed, right? But right now, I definitely feel that way. Let's see. Let's bring it around like this. Okay, so that's going to be our new pool area. Now, there's really not room, of course, to, that's interesting, to have a walkway on this part of the pool. But they can walk across here and get into the water. So, I don't know. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to see it. I think I'm going to live with it for a little bit, right? I'm going to live with it and just decide how I really do feel about it. Because it's just been on my mind a lot that I'd really love to do a triangle there so that, you know, again, let's pull this up and see what it looks like. Kind of have those angles, you know, all lined out like that, right? So to me, I do kind of like that feel. I just wish somehow we had more room. I really do. I wish we had more room so I could make this terrace a little bit bigger. And not that the Sims are going to care. I mean, I don't know what I'm really worried about. The Sims won't care. The Sims will not say, Jason, this isn't big enough. I'm not buying this place. The Sims won't care. But I do feel like I would like that. I could move this chair here too to maybe make it feel a little bit more spacious coming across there. Maybe do the same thing with this one. Maybe bring it like that. Kind of move this yet again over here. Hopefully it's not going to be too crowded. It shouldn't be. It should be fine. Now let's look at... I have not yet come up with really, you know, a sort of cover here that I'm happy with. It's not really a foundation, but, you know, these sort of platform covers. We could do something like this, of course. I'm just not sure that there's anything that really strongly matches kind of the decor and stuff we've got going. And I really do like that tile, so I would like to be able to come up with something. Okay, let's see here. We do have kind of a black. I really want a tan. I want a tan to match this stuff, right? We've got that. We could do that. You know, that actually looks okay. That does not look that bad. It's flat. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You know, the visual impact isn't crazy. And it does it does suit the tone. So I'm going to call that one good as well. And, you know, I do think I like this. I think so. I think so. For now I do. Let's look at our house in the dark and see what we got going lighting wise. Down here, the lighting needs a lot of help. Over the dining room table and over this picture, I know we can put some stuff really easy. We'll grab the picture lighting like usual. Put that over there. I do really like these artworks. I think, I don't know if they were, let me look here. I mean, they weren't made by like a simmer, right? They weren't made by a custom content creator, I don't think. No. So it's just a Maxis creation. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. I think they look so great. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find overhead lighting. I don't want anything too crazy intense with this overhead lighting, of course. Kind of like this sort of shadowy look we got going on, but we definitely need something over that table. My fear is that we have, you know, this, and that's so bright. You know, it really does. It looks nice, but it's really very bright for that room. So I'm not going to go that route unless I have to. I do like it. I do like it over that table. It looks exactly like, it looks really good. But let's see. What else do we have to work with? We have this. This is another one though. Like, I love this, but I think it's going to be too bright. But it definitely suits the sort of tone, right? I'm going to take it off for now. But again, that's another one that I really like. So we might have to do it. Might have to. We've got this. That's very cool. Very cool. I've used that a lot in game. That's a pretty early item. It's been around now for a while, a long while. I have always liked it. Do we have anything else? Okay, my thought is we're gonna go back and we're gonna use one of those first two. I really like this. I think this is way too bright too. We can make it smaller, so that's not a problem. But man, it puts out the light, right? So, but it's cool. It's got a really cool look. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I guess. I'm not sure. This or the other one. What was the other one? Oh yeah, plain round. I'm going to do this because this is the formal dining room and it's kind of a fancy area. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That is very bright. It does cast a lot of light, but it's got the right look. And unless there's something different in the pack coming up, I think that's just the way we're going to go. Here in the kitchen, let's put in some under counter lighting to begin with. Grab. I guess we'll go with white. I think that we ended up with the wall from the dining room, the wall covering in here. That's fine, but we're going to cover it back up with this Pure Expressions, like so. And we'll put in our under counter lighting down under here. Come on. These particular light fixtures, you know, again, they are for the paintings, but they really highly remind me of a type of under counter fluorescent lighting fixture from back in the 80s when I was, when I lived at home. And so when I was younger, when I was still in school, and they looked a lot like that. Not exactly, but they always have reminded me of that. So I tend to use them here for that same thing. We're going to put in, I tried doing this already. It didn't really work out. I tried doing one of those big square, like fluorescent boxes. You used to see those in kitchens a lot, right? Massive square fluorescent box. I'm going to show you real quick what it looks like. Because I'm not going to do it because it doesn't really work in this build, but it is kind of in keeping with the style. So we have this big box here, right? And we're going to go ahead, we're going to lift it up like so. And so if you come down here, right, go into tab mode. Let me go back here. Go into tab mode. You can kind of see how we've got this big, you know, kind of boxy sort of fixture. And you would see those all the time in kitchens. Again, kind of like late 70s, early 80s, up through about the mid 80s. And then I think it kind of really quit. But basically it was like this big framed out box. And sometimes I can remember like my aunt, hers had like stained glass inserts in wood, right? So it was like wood on the outside with kind of stained glass inserts. And then you put those fluorescent lights in there. This was like a regular fluorescent diffuser. And it would kind of light up those panels. And then it would just cast this huge amount of light in your kitchen. So I wanted to do that because, again, you know, it's very much in keeping with the idea of an 80s kitchen. But the thing is, let's see here. The thing is this. Let me go over here and we'll take a look at it. The thing is, you end up with that, right? Because obviously we're using the floor above it. Now, if this was a single family home, right, with just one floor, we could do it and it could poke up through the roof line. It'd be no big deal, or through the roof above it. So it'd be no big deal. Here, though, we can't use it, and it takes up so much space that would be weird to have a giant column there in the middle of this space. So that's why I ended up not doing it. I did play around with it because I thought, you know, wouldn't that be cool to do something like that? But no, it just doesn't work. So we've got this sort of look there to it. Wow. Doesn't hurt though, right? So I ended up not doing it. Sorry, a little brief aside there for a conversation. I ended up not doing it for that reason, but I might use this in another build. It does have a kind of, you know, look that works. What we're going to do here, I guess, is just, I have no idea really what, something like this maybe. It comes in red. The rest of the kitchen is red. matches pretty well here. We'll go with this, this, and this. See if that gives us enough light. It's still a little dim in here for a kitchen. My way of thinking. The spotlights work really well though on those. I will say that. Because it does kind of contain the light. But I also feel like maybe we could use something a little more. We could do these and those both. So we could do something like that. Just stick one in the middle of it. And then we get like a lot of light across the kitchen and we have the look of these hanging fixtures, and that's what we're going to do. So we got that taken care of. This room is pretty much done as far as lighting goes. I want it kept very, very low in tone, very, very kind of calm and cozy. Same thing with this room. Now there is no actual way of doing overhead lighting in here. So we're only going to have like table surface lighting or maybe up lighting. And that is one thing I did kind of consider doing was, and I guess we'll go ahead and go that route for now, is some, you know, up lighting for these plants. Maybe back here in the corners. I'll have to bring it in here. See if that gives us enough light. Maybe I might make those a little bit smaller. You know, they're so big. Let's see here. Kind of hide them a little bit more down in the greenery. And we'll put a couple over here. And something like that. Okay, so we got some light going. What I would call kind of ambient light, you know, not direct lighting. Here in the hall, we're going to go ahead and use that one light fixture I almost used in the dining room. I do think that'll probably work here pretty well for our kind of elevator lobby. And that's going to cast a little more light into this area so that the fact, you know, we don't have any lamps on the tables. We could do lamps in the end. If it feels like it's too dark, I might do lamps. But right now, I think I kind of like it like that, you know. We could do some sort of lighting over here too on the top of this fireplace. We'll throw a couple of lamps of some sort up there. I don't really know what. Really, I do know what I want to use, and it's in the new pack. I do know that. I want to stuff I want to use in the new pack. For now, we'll use this. Just to brighten that up a little bit. And I think we could go ahead and put in this light fixture as well, like that. And then that lights up our first floor there a little bit. Upstairs, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this particular area exactly, so I'm going to leave it alone. The kids' area is pretty well lit except for the one bedroom that is waiting entirely on the new pack. And the master bedroom, master retreat area also done well. So that is done, and I'm done. I'm done for today. I'm done. Well, not for today. I'm done for this stream. I might stream again later this evening. I'm going to break for a little bit this afternoon. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you're watching right now, or if you're watching in the future. If you're seeing this on archive, a lot of people do watch these streams, or scan through the stream and stuff when it's saved in archive. So on YouTube. So yeah, if you're watching, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. We're pretty much done here. This is pretty much it. We're going to maybe check out the apartment that's going in the new pack. Maybe. We also have John Titor's $1 Million Home. We need to get back in there and finish working on that. We only have maybe 500,000 spent on that. So we still got a ways to go. We still got some money to spend on that. But I've been building up cash from him, playing offline, because it's kind of a grind to build up money for him. It does build up a lot of money, but it's still a little bit of a grind. So he's got some money to spend, or I've got some of his money to spend on building out. So please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And until that time, as always,